special Friday edition of Rider News. Today's shout came from our own Rough Rider cheerleaders, which is a perfect way to ring in all the sports wins over the past week. Top among these wins is a huge victory for our varsity football team, who beat the North Mason Bulldogs 12-8 last Friday to qualify for playoffs. Way to go, Rough Riders. They play again today, so everybody wish them good luck in the postseason. It's Friday, November 2nd, and I'm Zoe. Want to be a part of the success on our campus? Well, we have students from Rider Crew here to give you some pro tips to achieve that success in PA High School. Let's listen up for Rider Radar.
Rider Crew pro tips. Don't walk down grass hills, especially when it's wet, because you will slip.
Another Rider Crew pro tip is to join clubs, like Rider Crew. Another pro tip from Rider Crew is to put reminders on your phone so you can do your homework and remember.
Okay. Another Rider Crew pro tip is to wear deodorant. And another Rider Crew pro tip is to don't blast your music in the hallway. It's annoying.
Rider pro tip, don't wear white shoes unless you're smart and careful about it.
Rider Crew pro tip, study for tests and quizzes ahead of time, and that doesn't mean in the passing periods.
Rider Crew pro tip, avoid eating foods with empty carbs and sugar. Make sure to fuel your body with protein and nutritious food to help get you through the school day.
Rider Crew pro tip. Use flashcards to study.
All right, here I got a Rider Crew pro tip for you. Just be more like Ben.
Thank you to Mr. Logan and the Rider Crew for those pro tips. Sports and leaderships aren't the only road to success. Here at Port Angeles High School, the fall musical Little Shops of Horrors is coming up, and over 50 students have been involved in the design, construction, and performance. Mr. and Mrs. Gailey are even playing in the band. This is a theater spectacle you won't want to miss. Let's hear from some of the students involved.
How do you think the play is going so far?
I think the play has been really good, and I think we're definitely getting better at our vocals and all the dancing that we're doing, so I think it's going to turn out really well.
Is this your first time acting?
This is not my first time acting. I've been in several other performances. I've been in the Jungle Book, and I've been in things performed by the Children's Theater and put on by schools in the Missoula Children's Theater.
How do you think the play is going so far?
I think it's going really well. We're making a lot of progress, and everyone's really excited for opening night.
Is this your first time acting?
Not really. I started acting 2 years ago at the beginning of my sophomore year.
Can you give us the play that you've been in?
Well, I was in the murder mystery last year that was actually student written, and I played the police investigator, which I think was my favorite role that I've had.
It's going good. I mean, there's a few problems just with set design and stuff, but it's been going pretty smoothly.
In your personal opinion, how is that going?
Light's been going good. There's a few problems just with cue design and colors, but it'll come together by the time the play's here.
Tickets are going fast. To reserve your seat, you can buy tickets in advance from members of the Thespian Society of Theater Tech Program Student Crew. Now we would like to switch gears and take another look at an important safety announcement regarding the active shooter drill taking place during advisory Wednesday, November 7th. Please pay attention to these important instructions.
Attention for an important special announcement. The school will now be conducting active shooter drills here on campus. Unlike normal drills, this will simulate the event of an emergency situation during lunch. During your advisory, you will be instructed to go to the location on campus you normally spend lunch at to simulate the event. Please pay attention to these important instructions you are to follow during a drill. If you're in the cafeteria, you will move with faculty into the kitchen and shelter in place. For students who spend lunch in a classroom, follow normal lockdown procedures and shelter in place. For students who are in the hallway, student center, or the courtyard during a drill and cannot make it into a classroom before the lockdown is initiated, are to run as fast as they can off of campus. For the purposes of a drill, please walk in a quick and efficient manner to the tennis courts and don't actually run off of campus. Students who usually go off campus during lunch are to stand next to their cars during the drill. Please be careful and mindful of other students. We aim to avoid injury during any emergency drill. Law enforcement and members of the fire department are stationed around campus during a drill. Your parents and the community at large are notified of any drill and are in support of the school taking precautions for the safety of students. If you have any questions, please talk to your advisory teacher. Thank you for your attention during this very important special
Thank you
announcement.
to the high school administration for taking the safety of students so seriously. Hopefully we never have to go through something so horrific, but these drills can help us prepare for the worst. Well, we're just about out of time, but before we leave you, we have another question we're asking students on campus. Let's turn it over to Abby for November edition of Question of the Month.
Question of the month: what would you do with the money if you won the lottery?
I'd take it to a bunch of like dog shelters and animal shelters, and I'd buy all their dogs.
If you won the lottery, what would you do with the money?
Buy corn.
If you won the lottery, what would you do with the money?
I would probably move to like some sort of tropical island. Heck, I wouldn't even buy my own private island.
If you won the lottery, what would you buy with the money?
I'd buy a mansion, 2 Lambos, and more food.
Won the lottery, what would you do with the money?
I would pay for college.
I would probably give a lot of it to charity.
If you won the lottery, what would you do with the money?
I'd probably put half of it in a bank account and half pay for college.
If you won the lottery, what would you do with the money?
I'd buy a farm with a giraffe and a zebra and other exotic animals, like maybe a duck on there too. How is it? Good.
If you won the lottery, what would you do with the money?
I'd buy all the chips in the world.